Good evening. I'm going to take just a few moments and talk to you about this RugGear ruggedized Android phone. This is one of the most rugged and hardened smartphones that I've seen. I want to go over just a few of the features and some of the extras in the box. I won't get into too much depth, but I'll go through enough to give you a good idea of what's here. This is the actual phone. It is not a particularly big smartphone, as you can see. It is about the size of a handheld sport GPS. Now, it looks a little bit smaller in my hand because I have big hands. But that said, the screen is probably about 2 inches across and about 3 inches this way. There is already a screen protector on there, and it's nice and hard as well. And as you can see, it is ruggedized all the way around. Just give you a quick overview. Okay. Also, you get a charger with it. However, you also have multiple plug types. So here in the US, I would use this one. And it's ready to plug in. Uses USB, so you don't necessarily have to use this particular one, but it comes with it, you know it's going to work. It comes with a cable, it's all bundled up nice. It comes with adapters for Europe, as well as some other adapters. So, no matter where you go, you should be able to plug this phone in. And, like with a lot of smartphones, comes with a set of earbuds. I have not tried the earbuds yet, haven't even taken the wrapper off of them, but they are included. So you have what you need to get started there. It comes with this nifty little key, and I want to show you how this works. If you flip it over, you can see it's got a couple of knobs here on the back for removing the battery. Now, if you have them tightened too much, then you're going to need the key to get them started. And essentially the key is a flathead screwdriver. So I'm going to get them started. And I am going through this exercise on purpose. You'll see why in a moment. The phone has 2 slots for SIM cards. And right now, I have taken the SIM cards back out of this phone just because I want to demonstrate something about it. Take the cap off, and as you can see, it's got a nice big battery. 3.7 volts. I'll go ahead and remove him. You can see he's fairly hefty, but that's okay. The phone is still fairly heavy by itself. Now, if you look in, you can see it's got slots for 2 SD cards as well as your SIM card. I don't have any of them populated, and I have done that on purpose right now so that you can actually see where they go and what kind of room there is. You can see they will not interfere with the battery. Okay, so I'm going to put it back together. And for now, I'm just going to loosely put the cover on. I don't need to tighten it down super tight. I just need it to hold on for the purpose of this demonstration. So the power button's on top. Hit it. The phone vibrated once, and it does take a little bit of time to boot up. Nice and loud and clear. And still coming up. You've got your front-facing camera here, your rear-facing camera there. While we're waiting for it to come up, you've got this flap on the bottom so that you can plug it into USB as well as plug in your earbuds or other 3.5 millimeter device such as a speaker. And it seals up nice and tight. Sorry to bang the camera there, so that it will keep water out. So, what is going on? There we go. So, It'll tell you right on the front. Emergency calls only because I don't have the SIM cards in. I've set the date and time already. And this is a full-blown Android 4 implementation. Oops. And it works exactly like you would expect an Android phone to work. Now, a couple of things you need to be aware of. One is the keyboard is very small. If I were to come into a place where I'm going to put in something with the keyboard is very small, and it does rotate, but it remains small. So if you have really big fingers, you might be just a little frustrated. So keep that in mind. So I'll back out. Call quality is good. This phone will connect you up to AT&T, T-Mobile, pretty much anybody but Verizon. So if you have Verizon, this is not going to be your best bet. You've got the standard buttons you would have on like a tablet or another Android smartphone. You can do all kinds of good things here. And you can see this looks exactly like what's on my Android tablet. It's just smaller. Battery life, I haven't had it long enough to really know how long the battery will last. However, it does have quite a battery in it. I would imagine it will last longer than normal. And I know to charge that battery doesn't take much time at all. When it came out of the box, it was charged to 50%. I plugged it in, and an hour later, it was fully charged. Right now, I have it connected to my Wi-Fi network, so I could actually use it to surf the web. It's got volume controls here. I'm still learning what some of the other buttons do. There's a button here that I thought was volume control, but I haven't really taken the time to learn. Another button here. Anyway, these probably have to do with the camera. But overall, it's a nice phone. Call quality is good. It sounds good. And of course, it's ruggedized. It is rated to be able to handle a drop of approximately 7 to 8 feet. And I believe that this is the most rugged phone that I have seen to date. I have, oops, there we go, that's what I was trying to do. I have seen phones that have been ruggedized, but not quite like this. It's designed to take a beating. So this is a good phone for someone who does contracting work. They spend a lot of time on the go. Someone who works construction, maybe somebody who is in a service industry and spends a lot of time talking on their phone with one hand and doing things with the other and occasionally drop their phone. This one should last a bit better. I like the feel of it. The only thing that I would change is I would make it a little bit bigger if I could, but a lot of that has to do with the fact that I have large hands. So when I'm actually trying to type on the keyboard, I have a little bit of trouble, but someone with smaller fingers or someone who's using a stylus should have no problem at all. Overall, this is a great little phone, works well. Happy to recommend it.